Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Those great words. Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Man, we have so much great stuff today. We should really get to it. But you know I probably won't. That's the thing.
That is the thing.
And I just didn't, actually.
Wait. That's good.
Yeah, let's get right to it.
There we go. Yay.
I like this new study. Since it's Friday, we'll talk about this new study. It says 70% of men would rather die early than give up meat.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And not just like, all right, a week or two off your life. No, they're talking about 10 years.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They'd die 10 years early before they'd give up meat.
I thought about this. It depends on what's your quality of life for those extra 10 years. Am I just laying around doing nothing?
Well, if you eat meat your whole life, probably.
Meat is good for you.
It is.
Yeah.
It's great for you. Normal functions of men and humans alike, also known as toxic masculinity by the left, reigning supreme here in this. No Meat May is an actual group that encourages people to give up meat for a month.
You've been doing that, right?
Oh.
Mostly No Meat May?
Yeah, well, I'm almost always mostly vegetarian.
Right.
Except for a little chicken and fish.
Okay.
But just in No Meat May.
Yeah, right. Well, no, so all during the year.
Oh, okay.
All during the year, but then, I might have some beef, roast, hamburgers.
Okay, beyond that,
steak,
though. And
ribs, a brisket.
Sure.
Pretty much anything that comes from a cow, I'll eat, except their brains. I won't eat their brains.
Okay, well, thank you for that qualifier. You've got the
pigs, ham, bacon, sausage.
I mean,
other than that,
I'm mostly vegetarian.
And don't forget,
discipline, my friend.
You can get the mostly vegetarian T-shirt at patheadshop.com. So, but no mealworms, though, see?
No mealworms.
See, that's where you draw the line.
I've drawn a line there, yes. I've never eaten bear. I haven't eaten.
I've eaten bear.
You have eaten bear?
I have eaten bear.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Well, you're not. You've never claimed to be mostly vegetarian.
No, I have not.
Hold on.
No, I have not.
Time out,
No,
Jeffy.
I have not.
Where does one go to eat bear?
At bears.com.
Oh.
I don't think
that's
really
easy.
Eatabear.com.
Eatabear.com.
So there's Build-A-Bear and there's Eat-A-Bear.
Don't click on that. Don't do it. Not at work.
Great. Thank you for that.
Don't
Thank you for
do
that image. That's great.
Okay, so
seriously, what was the occasion where you ate a bear?
My uncle had shot one, and he just cut it up and shared it with everybody.
And what was it like?
It's a little stringy.
Yeah,
it's not
tough.
Yeah, it's wild, really, really wild tasting.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
He shot a bear. I mean, there's more to this story. Where was this at?
He hunts animals all over the world. He's got this huge stuffed animal room and everything. It's actually kind of creepy.
I bet, yeah.
But it's kind of cool because I like them. But on the same token, you walk in this huge room he has.
Bunch of heads staring at you.
Head stuffed animal, full bodies, all of it. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Of stuff he personally killed?
Yeah. Yeah, so, but anyway, the bear meat was, it's kind of stringy and meaty. It was okay. It was all right.
Stringy and
meaty. It was all right. Moose. Had moose.
So the meat was meaty?
You caught that too?
Okay.
Yeah.
You've had moose?
Had moose. I like moose. Moose is good.
Tastes like chicken or what?
Moose is good. Moose is a little stringy, a little meaty.
A little gamey?
Yeah, a little gamey. No, I like moose, though. Moose is real good. And deer. We had a lot of deer, a lot of venison.
A lot of venison.
Yeah,
me too. Me too. A lot of venison.
You say that like I don't know that's
You're saying it so much, it makes it unbelievable.
You grew up in Montana, bro.
A ton of venison.
Would
I know.
Would you say that venison
I've rejected virtually everything Montanan. I don't know why.
I mean, my family, they were bringing deer strapped to the front of the cars in deer season.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I know.
They do. They do. Utah as well. I mean, Utah, they take off, at least they used to. I don't know if they still do this, but they took off.
Yeah.
Was it the week?
Yeah.
I think when hunting season started.
When it opens?
Yeah.
Heck
Schools were out.
Heck yeah.
For the start of the deer season.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I think it is. You couldn't. I don't think you could do that now.
Oh, I don't know.
You're going to take a week off to kill living beings?
No, I'm going to take a week off to attempt to kill a living being.
To feed my family.
Right.
Right. That's right. You don't need to get deer to feed your family.
Little Bambi.
How do you know what I need? You don't know what I need.
So would you guys take the 10 years or go without me?
Wow, that's hard.
Oh, I'm already in.
You're in?
I'm already,
You're doing the meat?
I'm already in. Yeah.
I mean, we've already made that decision, haven't we,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. This study, your study is, I think they did 1,000 people, and there's a UK one that did 2,000 people, and they had like 80-some% said, yeah, no, we'll die early. We're not doing without meat. That's it. And it said in the study that No Meat May found both men and women viewed diets that excluded meat more feminine.
I mean, yes.
That's good.
That's kind of how people look at it.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yes, they do.
Certainly not us, because we're too open-minded.
Oh,
for that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're not toxic masculine.
And I thought about it as you were talking about it. I think I might be up for maybe a steak with a little mealworm powder, just for some extra protein.
Really?
Cooked in, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Give it a
Cooked
shot.
in.
Okay.
Just
You're
just
gross.
one time. Just give it a shot.
Yeah, you're
No?
Not
Nope.
me.
Okay.
Not doing it.
not
no.
at all.
No.
Ever.
All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We got to get to this Joe Biden thing before we forget and the day passes by too quickly.
Every day, another gaffe.
I mean, it's unbelievable. We've talked about the numbers situation with him. There must be an area of his brain, an area of everybody's brain that deals with numbers,
Sure.
and his has been affected
Yeah.
somehow.
Been affected in one of the eye bleeds or something that he can't do it.
Because he cannot talk about numbers.
He can't.
Check this out.
But some of the parts of our economy need special help. At the top of that list is our nation's restaurants.
Yeah, I don't know.
When COVID-19 pandemic struck, our nation's restaurants were some of the first hit and the worst hit. In 2020, more than 2.3 million restaurants jobs disappeared. 2.3 million restaurant jobs disappeared.
Where do you get 2.2?
Restaurants are more than a major driver of our economy.
You can't
so for
read.
many families, restaurants are the gateway.
Partly reading, but there's other things going on there.
And
What is going on with that man?
right, so being in radio, when you have to read copy, like they will write out like .com, .com, and the words and stuff. Who is not, by this point in his teleprompter, writing 2 and then the word point and then 3, 2.3.
And then the word million. So where are you even getting 1,000 out of this? 2 in the 2,300. No.
Dude.
2,000,003. No. 2.3 million.
Dude, just read the teleprompter.
Yeah, it's
Just read
how hard
the
is it?
teleprompter. Don't try to veer off with anything. Just read the prompter.
If his eyes are this bad, make the font bigger.
Right. Well, we saw that they did that at that one place, right, when he was on the campaign trail. But there's something else too. I mean, how many other times did he mumble and slur?
Yeah, a lot.
Yep.
Holy cow!
A lot.
What is going on?
This has been a tough week for him. Last week was a pretty good one when he got through the speech that was sort of the State of the Union address. He got through that okay.
Yeah, maybe the extra doses wearing off.
Something. Yeah, he's not been sharp this week, that's for sure. And in fact, Jen Psaki was talking about how they're not excited about it when he does impromptu.
Really?
Like in
interviews.
the hallway, like she was talking about a reporter grabbed him in the hall and he misspoke on something. Shocker!
Surprise.
And then she was explaining that. Yeah.
I think the thing that's interesting is that he actually takes questions. I mean, he took questions. I mean, he did a mini press conference yesterday. He takes questions nearly every day he's out from the press. That is not something we recommend. In fact, a lot of times we say don't take questions, but he's going to do what he wants to do because he's the president of the United States.
That's not something we'd recommend, him answering a question on the fly. Like, in other words, if next time you're passing him in the halls of the White House, reporters,
don't ask him anything.
Well, if you ask him a question, just be patient and wait until the teleprompter gets set up nearby before you can respond.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
I bet it is don't ask him a question. You see him in the hallway, that's not the time to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be asking, because I'm sure they all got used to, they all hated Trump so much, but Trump would answer your question
now,
right
there's
then.
a guy who stopped every day
Yes.
on his way out the door.
No matter what.
And he stopped and he talked because he loved
No matter
to do
what.
it. He loves to do it. He just likes the contention.
Yeah.
He likes the interaction.
Yeah.
He likes the controversy. He loves it. He feeds off of it. Biden just can't do it.
No way.
He can't do it. He's just incapable of anything like
It's
that.
a little scary.
It's a lot scary.
No.
Guy has the nuclear football near him somewhere. Although they gave it to somebody else, didn't they? Remember that story?
Oh, yeah, they were talking about it.
They gave somebody else the nuclear football because they didn't trust him with it. Jeez.
What's this button do?
Will I get pudding if I push this? Is this to call for the pudding to come down?
Does this bring in the black lady?
So you're saying he still has all of his servants are minorities? Is that what you're kind of alluding to there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's the one
Because
I was
he's
thinking of.
a racist.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Me too.
true.
That's what I was thinking of as well. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. That brings us to how woke our new government is under the Biden leadership.
Oh, good.
The CIA recruiting video.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Really?
I mean, this thing is just absolutely. I know Glenn played this the other day. I missed that,
You want to turn at it?
but I watched some of it yesterday.
Oh,
It's
no.
worth it, man.
Oh,
The first time I
unreal.
watched it, Pat, all I could think of was I should call Pat.
I mean, this is a CIA
I know.
recruitment video.
You'd never
I
know
know.
it. You'd
And
never
it's red, white,
know
and
it.
blue, USA, all American.
Yeah, or this.
When I was 17, I quoted Zora Neale Hurston's How It Feels to Be Colored Me in my college application
Zora
essay.
Neale Hurston's.
The
Who
line
hasn't
that's
done
supposed to
that?
be stated
Thank you.
simply,
I mean,
Colored
I'm
me.
not tragically
Colored
colored.
me.
There is no sorrow dammed up in my
Tragically
soul,
colored.
nor lurking behind my eyes. I do not mind at all.
Okay.
At 17, I had no idea what life would bring, but Sora's sentiment articulated so beautifully how I felt as a daughter of immigrants then and
too.
now. Nothing about me was or is tragic. I am perfectly made. I can wax eloquent on complex legal issues in
wax
English while also belting Guayaquil de mis amores in Spanish.
Oh, good for you.
Whoa.
I can change a diaper with one hand
Yeah.
and console a crying toddler with the other.
None of us
I'm a
can
woman
do
of
that.
color.
No, you
I'm
can't.
a
A
mom.
superpower.
I am a cisgender millennial who's
Oh.
been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder.
Generalized
Intersectional,
anxiety
but my
disorder.
existence is not
That is not a
box
thing.
checking
That's not a thing.
exercise.
Pause it for a
I am
second. What the hell
As
does
generalized.
Oh, we're going to find
any
that.
of this have to do with the Central Intelligence Agency? Does this make you a better spy? Are you going to be a better analyst? What are you looking for with this? Are you telling people that when you come to the CIA, we don't spy on Russia or China very well, but man, we will make sure
Hang on a
that
second.
there aren't any racists around
Yes,
you.
we will.
Generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, is characterized by persistent and excessive worry about a number of different things. And it just goes on. That's who you want looking out for the security of your nation? Someone who's always stressed out about their own crap? Oh, honey.
Well,
CIA.
yeah, but one of the good things is that you can get it. It can be triggered without a single or definitive source.
Oh, well, perfect.
So,
Good.
Put her in the field,
Good.
boys.
And this is what we're saying. So no matter what your disorder is, maybe you got Tourette's, and we'll put you in Moscow
Well, it
yelling, "I'm a spy!"
I mean, that's the thing.
Spy!
It can coexist with other mental health disorders.
Espionage!
So that's good.
American!
Oh, you'd never see. Yeah. Even the Tourette's guy would not yell American.
Learned Russian. I learned Russian, but I'm American. That's good. It's a good idea,
Red,
right?
white, blue. Red, white, blue.
This is so asinine. Let's see the rest of it.
I am a mom. I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder.
Yeah, that's good.
I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise. I am
Pause
a
it for a
walking
second.
declaration.
What does that mean? Does she live in two different sections of the country at the same time? Is that what that
Yes,
means?
As you know,
intersectional.
Intersectionality, Pat, is an analytical framework for understanding how aspects of a person's social and political identities combine to create different modes of gobbledygook.
Or you live in two different places at the same time.
Right.
It's one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the two.
Pocatello, whatever
and
the city
Bemidji.
All I've gotten out of this so far is that the lady's got issues and should not be working in this
at the
field.
CIA.
National security is not where she should be.
All right, go ahead.
Exercise. I am a walking declaration, a woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences, suggesting that a question has been asked. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or
Anybody
slip through
say
the
it
cracks.
was?
No.
I earned
No.
my way
Who said-
in,
who
and
said
I
it was?
earned my way up
Why
the
are you
ranks
so
of this
defensive,
organization.
Pumpkin?
I am educated, qualified, and competent, and sometimes I struggle. I struggle feeling like I could do more, be more to my two sons, and I struggle leaving the office when I feel there's so much more to do.
Then stay.
I used to struggle
Are they
with
kicking you
imposter
out?
syndrome, but at 36, I refuse to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should
Obviously
be.
are.
I am tired of feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort, my
Nobody.
brilliance.
Nobody.
I am proud of me. Full
No,
stop.
you're not. No, you're
My
not.
parents
Full
left
stop.
You hate
everything they
yourself.
knew and loved
It's
to
clear.
expose me to opportunities they never had.
Okay.
Because of them, I stand here today a proud first-generation Latina and officer at CIA. I am unapologetically me. I want you to be unapologetically you, whoever you are. Know your worth. Command your space.
Oh, no.
Mija, you're worth it.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
And God bless the United States of America.
And here's what we're doing, Russia and China. What do you think of us now?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't you wish you were
Wait till you meet up with this chick in
this
the field.
woke? Yeah,
Oh.
wait till you meet up with any new CIA
Have you
agent in the
ever,
field.
under any circumstance, felt the need to tell other people that you're competent?
No.
You shouldn't have to.
No.
I mean, that is...
No. And nobody asked. I don't think anybody was saying she wasn't. Who said there was any problem
No
with you
one asked
working
you
at the
to
CIA?
apologize for the space that you take
Right.
up. No,
Nobody. Nobody.
Do you ever apologize for the...
I saw
Space
that,
than you.
I saw that coming a mile away. I thought it would be him.
Yeah, well, it's too easy. So have you?
Do you want to now? We're offering you the opportunity now.
I don't want to apologize. I'm intersectional, okay?
Well, you are. You are intersectional.
There you go. There you go. So this is the CIA.
There's an intersection over
I'm
here. There's an intersection over there.
No, I got it. I got the joke.
He lived in 5 separate states when we were back east.
Well,
now it's only 2
Yeah,
because
but they were
Texas
close.
is so big.
Hold on a second. They're close. Those states in the Northeast are close together.
Yeah, I
Pat.
know.
So that
No,
doesn't
that's what he
count.
said.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't really count
Right.
that. Come on, that's cheating. Don't be doing that.
Now it's just Texas and Louisiana, but it used to be.
Depending on whether it's the front yard or the backyard, it might be Texas and Oklahoma.
That's true. It's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, so there's that.
All right, let me tell you about Omega XL. If you've got some pain and it's not,
I got a lot of pain.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. But is it brought on by inflammation?
No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're talking the inflammation pain
Brought on
here.
by Pat and Keith.
This is Omega XL is just, it's really a great way to go because it's not some kind of drug that you're going to become dependent on. It is all natural. It's backed by 35 years of clinical research, and it attacks the inflammation that causes your pain. And once it builds up in your system, the pain starts to subside. And then after a couple of weeks, at least for me, the pain was completely gone. Give this a shot. You might be skeptical. I know I was. But let us prove it to you. To get you started, when you go to Omega XL and order 1 bottle, you'll get a second bottle free. So go to omegaxl.com/Pat. That's omegaxl.com/Pat or call 800-844-4888.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So that was the CIA.
Yeah.
Right? And then that's our United States
How proud are you now?
Oh, man. I
am bursting with pride.
Yeah.
So
Bursting.
we know now that the rocket that China sent up and is now hurling back to Earth. We've asked the military, our Secretary of Defense.
Oh, they're on the case?
They're on the case.
Okay.
They are on the case. They were asked in a press conference about the rocket that is careening toward
good.
the
They're looking
planet
out for
from
it now.
China.
Okay, cool.
What is the latest estimate of when and where this Chinese rocket will come down? Do you consider it a potential threat to the U.S. and do you have a plan for shooting it down if necessary?
Here we go.
Thanks, David.
You're welcome.
The latest estimates that I've seen is somewhere between the 8th and 9th, the experts are still working
8th and
on
9th,
that. At this point, we don't have a plan to shoot the rocket down. We're hopeful that it will land in a place where
Pause it for a second. I like that so far.
Yep.
Right. Okay, we don't have a plan, for this thing to be taken out of the air. If it's coming down like on the Empire State Building, we can't do nothing about it. We're just hopeful it'll miss. That's all. We're just hopeful it's going to miss.
There's a lot of hope in this answer.
There's a lot.
That is the
It's all hope.
Defense
We're just hoping.
Secretary.
Yeah.
So it's always worse than the government lets on. This is bad, which means it's even worse.
Not really, because we're hopeful.
Yeah, they're hopeful. They're hopeful.
My gosh.
Let's see what else you
We're
have.
hopeful that it will land in a place where it won't harm anyone.
That's good.
Hopefully in the ocean.
Hopefully
or
in the ocean.
like that.
See?
Or someplace like that.
I think this speaks to the.
Hopefully in the ocean or someplace like that. What is that? Is that like a lake? a pond? Somebody's fountain?
Yeah, a farm, maybe?
A sink where water is nearby.
There's that's somewhere. That's
if it
something
lands
like that.
in a sink that's like the ocean, because you could turn on the water. There is water available.
But you got to know which sink it's going to land in so you can prepare.
I mean,
you can't wait.
If there's water in a tub, that's a larger body of water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So it couldn't hurt anybody if it lands in a tub.
No.
So is the takeaway? So here's the takeaway, Pat Gray audience: fill up your bathtubs this weekend.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're hopeful. We're hopeful.
We're hopeful. I mean, we hope it lands in an ocean or someplace like that.
But are you prepared to shoot it down? This would be good practice for like an impromptu missile attack.
No,
Oh my gosh, it would, wouldn't it?
They're not prepared to shoot it down.
No,
in fact,
we're
we
not
got
gonna
no
do that.
plans to shoot it down. It could be headed straight for
the
Manhattan, and we can't do anything about it.
Correct.
We're just hopeful.
We're not going to do anything
that,
about it. I don't know that we can't. We're just not going to do anything about it. Although we talked on Wednesday about the group that tried to, they all got together with their little test run for an asteroid, and in the end they were like, nope.
we're not going to do anything.
We couldn't figure anything out.
It's going to hit Europe.
It hit us. So, what else does he have to say?
They were hopeful, though.
I think this speaks to the fact that for those of us who operate in the space domain, that there is a requirement, there should be a requirement to operate in a safe and thoughtful mode, and make sure that we take those kinds of things into consideration
they did.
as we plan and conduct operations.
Do you even have the capability to shoot it down?
David, we have, as you know, we have the capability to do a lot of things, but we don't have a plan to shoot it down as we speak.
That didn't answer the question.
No, it did not.
At all.
That's
No, it
interesting.
didn't.
He didn't want to answer
And
that question. I don't blame him for not wanting to answer that question.
Russian,
Probably
China.
because we can't. What do you want to bet that's the answer?
No
We
way.
can't shoot it
We
down.
got to be able to, right?
I don't know.
If we can't shoot that thing down, my gosh, we're more doomed than I thought.
Yeah. Russia and China really listen closely to that answer. Just think about this.
Because
Think about this, though. This is a test right here. This is a freebie. This is a mulligan, man. Let's test and see what we can do here.
which is actually why maybe we shouldn't, right? Because you don't want to show what your hand.
Well, and Russia and China won't act at all because they know that in the CIA we've got people with general anxiety disorder, and that scares the hell out of them.
Thank you.
Scares them.
Thank you.
I don't know what.
You don't know what's going to trigger it, so be careful.
You don't know. And so they're not going to mess with us.
Well, they're competent at the CIA, obviously.
Yeah.
As you made very clear.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, she's a cisgendered person working in the CIA.
Thanks you.
Russia and China deal with that.
And she, like me, is intersectional.
Thank you. That's right.
I still don't quite follow what that is.
Intersectional?
An analytical framework for understanding how aspects of a person's social and political identities combine to
she's
create...
not going to apologize for the space that she's taken up, Keith. So.
Well, this term was conceptualized and coined by Kimberly Williams Crenshaw, who I know you are very familiar
I love
with.
Kimberly Williams Crenshaw.
Right?
I've read all of her works.
Well, tell us about her.
Especially her early works.
The early works,
Well,
yeah.
she defined intersectionalism and...
Anything else you can tell the class about?
She was so brave early on.
Early on brave?
Oh, man.
Before anybody was talking about intersectionalism, she was.
Yes.
And that meant a lot to me.
Wow, she's a thinker that goes way back.
I know.
I mean, she's like 60 years old.
Thank you.
I
know. She was the first person to ever use block letters on the word intersectional. So
Yeah. So deal with that.
See, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Okay.
Then she put a period after the word, too, for some reason.
Civil rights advocate, philosopher.
I bet.
Critical race theory scholar. Yay!
I bet she's not going to apologize for the space she takes up. I'll tell you that.
You know she's not.
No way.
She won't do it.
No way.
She will not do it. Now, I don't know if she has general anxiety disorder.
Oh,
Gad.
That would just be an extra added plus.
It's easier to say Gad, although it does kind of minimize it.
A little bit.
We are hopeful
that it's not going to
it's
land on
not
my
going
head.
Where are you going to pick? Let's play the lottery. I'm picking off the coast of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. What do you guys got?
Madagascar.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Well,
can't
that answer's
take
been taken.
that.
I'm sorry.
Come on now.
I think it's going to land intersectionally.
I think so too.
In multiple places.
I think so too.
Okay.
I want it to land right on India.
You wanted to?
Yep, just land right on top of
Why
it.
are you picking on India?
Just help them out a little bit.
Because
does
things
that
are
help?
bad
Help
with
'em out a
COVID,
little
or
bit. Yes. Just burn that disease right up.
glad I could bail you out.
Oh, it's not a disease.
What do you got?
It lands at a cornfield in Iowa.
That might actually be. That might actually happen.
That's my guess.
That's your guess.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome if it
Iowa.
That'd be
The
great.
same cornfield
Yes.
where they were going to build that baseball stadium. And they
Right?
did. I mean,
And
he
they
did
did.
build it, and
That's right, they did.
And they did come.
They just sold the
And-
tractor from that
Did they?
documentary. As a matter of fact, that
Really?
John Deere tractor, for like 60 or 70,000.
Wow.
It's only about in real life, it's worth about $8,000.
Really?
Yeah, I would like it though. I'm a big John Deere tractor fan.
Are you a fan?
Are you a Field of Dreams
Field of
fan
Dreams.
I
or
love
a
Field of
John
Dreams.
Deere
Both.
fan?
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I think the point is that it was used for. Never mind the point.
Let me tell you this latest study, too, because this is going to shock you to your core. A new study shows that President Joe Biden has received less negative coverage from U.S. media than any president in the last 30 years. What?
This sounds like fake news.
It sure does.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm shocked.
Huh. And guess who had the most? This is also going to floor you. Donald J. Trump. Huh.
Get out of here.
I know. So he's got 19% negative coverage. They survive. Bill Clinton had 28%. And George W. Bush, 28? Get out of here.
Oh, whatever. Who's writing this? Who's
that's-
studying this?
That's a stinking lie.
What's the number on Trump?
62%. But really, the coverage was, they figured, 92 or 95%
Yeah, it was a lot.
negative at one point?
Yep.
So that's a little light on the coverage of Donald Trump and George W. Bush.
Yes.
Actually.
How do you quantify that anyway? How do you determine what's negative? It's all perception, right?
Yeah.
Like
well,
someone
kind
on the-
of, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, heck, 4 years after Obama was still beating him up.
Oh,
we
more
count
than
any
that.
of that?
And by the way, he had 20% negative coverage. So 19 for Biden, 20 for Obama. I think that's high.
I think so too.
In both their cases, I think that's high. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got much more to tell you on the whole COVID situation. There's new legislation in Texas. It's being hounded and pounded, a lot like the Georgia law. And again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this Texas law. Nothing wrong with it. They just want to make sure that people are actually who they say they are when they vote. Haters.
Gray.
Got some tweets here. Jeremy Denslinger tweets, I'm a secondhand vegetarian. The pigs and cows are vegetarian, and I eat them. Yeah, okay.
Vegetarian, is that vegetarian twice removed? Or is that...
Just once removed. I think just once. Mm-hmm. He's right, though. Pigs and cows don't eat meat. They're vegetarians. So we're on a vegetarian diet. I'm only eating vegetarians.
Thank you.
So deal with it. Hippie Patriot, that's my gang sign.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in Colorado, hunting season was a holiday. In my small town growing up, it was nothing unusual to have a carcass hanging from a tree in their yard. Can you imagine that today? Liberal heads would explode.
No kidding.
Rowdy introvert, I believe Jeffy is more toxic than masculine. Yeah, that's true. It's very... I mean, you can't argue with that. Am I right?
I'm not.
Okay. Amy, what's her face? He says the restaurants were the hardest hit, like COVID attacked the restaurants, when in reality, it was their stupid mandates that crippled the restaurant industry. Zach Casey Anderson, so CIA is changing diapers and consoling toddlers? Yeah, because that was one of the traits that she mentioned. She could do that.
Yes.
So I guess that's what the CIA is doing then. Which, again, our enemies have to be shaking in their boots over this. They're scared to death. Wait, now you're hiring woke people?
I'm sure our enemies are hopeful that we don't use the strength we have.
Yeah.
I know I am.
Speaking of consoling toddlers, check this guy out.
Oh. Where are we going? We're going
is
to the
this
grocery
the, Is this the guy in the grocery store?
There.
Yeah.
No mask. Right there. There we go. Candid camera. There we go. I want you to know that your insensitivity is ridiculous. I no longer have grandparents due to this virus because of people like you who don't want to wear a mask in the store. It's ridiculous, actually. It's insensitive and it's disgusting as a human being for you to show so much privilege to all of these people. There are so many older people in here who have health conditions, other people.
And I'm not going to just...
great. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Congratulations for your pregnancy. It's ridiculous. And I want you to know that. You're on candid camera, and I want you to know that. 4K. Thanks.
4K. Is that like the video quality?
Awesome. Yeah.
4K.
And I'm a douchebag, and I want you to know that. A total douchebag.
And I don't know the definition of the word candid either, by the way.
It can't be real. Right? I mean, I believe that it is real, but...
Yes, it's real because the guy posted it, and as soon as he started getting ratioed, he pulled it down and made it private.
Interesting.
Really?
Yes. But it would still play on my phone, so I was able to... First time I ever recorded something on my phone. I learned something yesterday because of that douche. But wow, that's fun, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
That's our society right there.
I have not run into a person like that, fortunately, in Texas.
I have not either.
Maybe it's because we're in Texas.
Well, that's a Wegmans, so it's probably New Jersey area,
Wegmans.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's back
somewhere
east.
Up there.
4K.
So.
4K. Welcome to Candid Camera.
And what was the 4K thing for? The quality of the video?
Was he bragging about the phones?
Does he know we have 8K now? Is he aware of that?
I just put.
4K is not that cool a thing
into
anymore.
5K, baby.
Okay,
so
4K is a thing really from the past.
And you notice
already.
You notice how flippant he was. Oh, congratulations on your pregnancy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He doesn't care about the baby inside her while he tries to act like he cares about anybody else in that store.
Thanks for proving that you're a breeder. Thanks.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
You disgust me, you breeders. All of you breeders disgust me. I'm sick at my stomach because of you.
Oh, no.
Is that Gadon the American?
Gadon the American.
He didn't die in Afghanistan.
Oh, no.
He went to Wegmans.
No, he haunts a Wegmans in New Jersey. Wow. So there's a...
That actually wouldn't surprise me.
Really kind of cool
I
that
love Wegmans.
we found him. And then he went on to say...
Pull every last one of your soldiers.
That's a guy, same guy.
Security advisors,
trainers,
attachés, and so on. Out of every Muslim land from Afghanistan to Zanzibar.
4K.
At
4K.
the Copa. Copa Zanzibar. Oh, man. That's agonizing.
That sure is.
It's just agonizing. And there's so much of this going on. Southwest just kicked another family.
What is going on over there?
Off a flight over fears that their 3-year-old boy would remove his mask, or he did remove it. What was the deal there?
I don't know.
Reportedly booted a family with a disabled toddler off a flight over fears that the child would remove his mask, which he was wearing at the time.
So the flight attendants, made the call.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the flight attendants made the call.
Hey, you can't fly with us.
Well, this flight attendant blames the pilot.
We're afraid.
Oh. Wow.
We're afraid your kid's going to take his mask off because he's clearly, disabled or something?
Yeah, we can't have him breathing on this flight. Come on.
Carolyn Scott of North Glen, Colorado, advised the airline about her 3-year-old's Orion's.
So should we give him a heads up?
Sensory processing disorder before the flight. She also provided a note from Orion's doctor and an occupational therapist amid fears that he might have trouble keeping the mask on for the whole flight to Fort Lauderdale. Okay, so they did warn her, or them. The family said the boy was buckled in his seat and had his mask on.
Okay.
One of the Southwest employees suddenly ordered them off the plane at the captain's request. She said, "You have to get off the plane. The captain doesn't feel comfortable with your family on it."
Okay.
Oh.
Southwest is going to feel comfortable in a court of law then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hope
not anymore.
But think about this. He hadn't broken any rules at this point. This is discrimination.
The captain has the right to decide who and who doesn't.
Was the captain Kreskin that he just knew the kid was in fact going to take off his mask? I see that in the future, so get off.
Yes.
And they did.
I don't want to have to deal with it. Your kid's got some kind of handicap. Get him off.
That's incredible.
That's exactly what this is. Yeah. And the family was trying to be accommodating. Look, this might happen. I just want you guys to be aware.
Right, and he didn't want any problems. In today's world, they'll just say, "Hey, we're sorry."
Let's say you're on the flight with the 3-year-old and his family, and the 3-year-old during the course of the flight takes off his mask.
Oh my gosh!
Do you panic and jump from the plane? What do you?
You at least jump under the seat in front of you.
Yes.
At least you start screaming, right? Immediately, you start screaming.
I mean, your first thought.
Then you tear your clothes off and run through the aisles. I think.
No, wait a minute.
My first thought is throw him off.
Okay.
Right now.
Maybe that's easier. Well,
right?
I mean, that's society, right? Like we're all jumping off the plane. Where the people that are really afraid should be the ones. I'm talking about in a larger sense here. But I thought we were all safe. If everybody just stays seated and buckled in their seats during the flight, isn't that the way it works? It's a restaurant principle.
With your mask on, Keith.
No. Because remember, you can go sans mask as long as you're sitting. So if everyone just stays seated, then the virus can just go up and down the cabin
Not
as it
on the
pleases.
airlines anymore, though, right? I mean, you can't take it off and leave it off while you eat. You got to take it on and off during bites.
Right.
So... Yeah, they expect that on at all times.
There's the cheat sheet, remember?
When you're sitting, it goes over your head.
Yes.
When you're walking, it hits you in the face.
I don't understand how the restaurant principle doesn't apply to the airplane.
You're in the air.
They've also said that you've got a low risk on an airplane.
And they've done all that. They made the big argument of how they've upgraded their filtration systems on the planes and their cleaning systems.
Common sense is dead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And then about all those systems, they said, we've upped ours. Now, up yours. That's what they said.
Oh, that's good. Write that one down.
That's what they said.
Should use that
That's
one.
their advertisement, I think.
What do you mean use that one? I was just quoting what they said.
Oh, is that what they
That's
said?
all I was doing.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking
Are
about.
the people that run the airlines former DJs too?
No, I don't know where you're going with that because just a fact that's what they said
right there in the story. Southwest.
Oh, it's in the story. Oh, I'm sorry.
I just upped ours.
Now
up
yours.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, I guess I didn't proofread that story. I don't recall that being in there.
You got to keep reading.
I
Keith.
apologize.
You got to keep reading.
I do apologize.
All right.
Apology not accepted.
Not accepted. Oh, that sucks.
Thank you.
Oh no! What am
You've
I
been
going to
canceled
do?
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
At
like
least
Jeffy. Oh,
cancel him. Cancel him. Turn off his mic.
I didn't mean to back up my car and run over your foot. Sorry. You know what? Not accepted.
Hey, I've been canceled. What's going on here?
You know the top two things that people say when they notice that they notice when they start using Texas Superfood. First of all, they notice. They notice they've got more energy and that they sleep better, and the two kind of go hand in hand. Texas Superfood gives you the power of nutritionally dense fruits and vegetables that are really good for you. So if you're not getting this in your normal diet, I highly recommend Texas Superfood. It's organic, it's vine ripened, it's antioxidant rich. These are raw, natural fruits and vegetables. Why is it important that they're raw? Well, because in the cooking process, that kills a lot of the things that you're looking for in your food. All these fruits and vegetables that are used by Texas Superfood are grown organically from locally sourced farms. Highest quality stuff available to you. Just go to TexasSuperfood.com. Check it out today. TexasSuperfood.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits at the end of this thing. You're a family who's just sitting there waiting for your flight, and they kick you off because it's preemptive as to what your child might do.
Well, I mean, but again, I go back to, sure, you can, there's a lawsuit, you can sue anyone, but the pilot has he's the all-seeing, all-knowing guru on those flights.
That's not where I thought you were going. Where I thought you were going is, there's going to be an end to this?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point, too.
Yeah, there may not be, actually, because a majority of people expect President Biden and state officials to keep the mask mandate on for at least another year. I think we mentioned that to you yesterday. But a lot of people expect it to last much longer. Some people think it will go on indefinitely, forever, and they're fine with it.
Yep.
Well, if it keeps us safe, why not? That's a small price to pay.
A lot of people lost families because
price.
of the insensitivity of you not wearing a mask.
Yeah,
if you would
I've
wear
heard
your
that
mask,
somewhere. Where have I heard that?
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, in this video where the child screams.
Oh gosh, poor girl. She's the bus is waiting. School bus is waiting to pick her up, and she is not having it.
Check this out.
Okay, go, mommy.
It's really sad.
I can't breathe in this mask. We are destroying our children.
That's heartbreaking.
It is. Don't want this mask.
Okay, go, mommy.
I'm sorry, honey. The CDC recommends that you keep this on, even though I know you've been vaccinated and you socially distanced and there hasn't been school in a year and you're finally going back. But I know you understand all that. All right, honey? So stop crying and just go to school and shut up.
How many children are there in this country? Because that's happening everywhere, whether it's external or internal. This is happening to our kids in their brains, and we are screwing up a generation.
Not if they just get on the freaking bus.
Didn't we also have a video of somebody like wishing death? Did we play that yesterday? Where was that video? Where
he said 15 to life or 25 to life.
Guy? Yeah, and seems like they were threatening death or
wishing
they were.
Okay, they were outdoors. The guy was trying to interview people. He goes, "Get that away from me!"
What? I can't get close to you.
Oh yeah.
Anybody getting that close should be arrested for assault, and under current circumstances.
Under current
so I can't get that close to you.
I like that caveat though.
It's probably
around outside
10, 15 feet away from the guy.
Now listen.
25 to life.
25 to life. Now listen to this.
25 to life?
Here's your threat.
It's attempted murder, walking around without a mask.
No, yeah, it's attempted murder.
May you live long enough to see your children die screaming in pain. In other words, let's do this to save our lives. Put a mask on everywhere you go. Oh, I want your kids to die screaming in pain. I mean, these people are insane. They are literally insane. I'm going to have the rest of this donut now, if you don't mind. Thanks for buying this.
That particular person, while I will say that these mandates have, brought on,
there's something wrong with that particular person.
Yes, more than just...
These people were barely hanging on by a thread before COVID came around, and now this is what has sent them into the stratosphere of ridiculousness.
Can you imagine how many people have been pushed over the edge? They have mental health issues to begin with.
Right.
And then all of
Now
this.
have to be scared for
all of
everything
this
else.
in the last year. I'll bet there's been a lot of people who've snapped over
and
this.
so they're terrified now of everybody's shadow, anybody that's not wearing a mask. And, oh, by the way, we're cultivating a new generation of mentally ill people by what we're doing to our kids. This is great. This is awesome. It's going to work out great.
I read a story about a baseball player, somewhat connected, I think, yesterday. Really long, really interesting article. His name is Drew Robinson. He played for the Rangers shortly, and he plays for the San Francisco Giants. And he's been in and out of the majors and back to the minors and in and out and back and forth. And he's had, struggles with depression for his whole life. And then during the shutdown the last year, when they canceled baseball.
They canceled all the minor leagues.
Canceled all that stuff.
Minor,
And then he found himself at home alone, and it really did him in. It pushed him over the edge. He shot himself in the head and lived through it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the bullet took out one of his eyes, so they had to do complete reconstructive surgery. They had to put the socket back in. They had to put the eyelid back in. They did a great job. He looks
like
pretty
the $6
good.
million man now
Yeah,
on the baseball
how
diamond?
functioning is he now after that?
Totally. He doesn't have any discernible brain damage.
He's not going to be playing baseball.
He's back.
Gotta be back playing.
In
Yeah, that's
baseball
awesome.
with one eye.
What?
And he's playing in the minor leagues. Like AAA, though. AAA baseball.
Wow.
The Giants said, yeah, we're going to give you a shot. We need guys like you.
That might be a
You're
bad
awesome.
choice of words, but we'll give you a chance.
That's a good point. Obviously, no pun intended. But yeah, we're going to give you a shot. Now the shot they're talking about, though, is the vaccine. So he can rest easy.
Oh, and he can play for the Buffalo Bills, too.
Right. But there's a lot more to it. That was kind of the condensed Reader's Digest version.
An amazing story.
An amazing story. The guy's incredible. He woke up 4 hours after he shot himself in this pool of blood, bleeding all over the place. He was able to stand up, go get towels, try to soak up and stop the blood. He went for 20 hours.
Realizing after that, he woke up and he realized he wanted to live.
He realized he wanted to live during that time. So he finally called 911. And the police showed up. It's incredible. It's an incredible story.
Oh,
Drew Robinson. Look up that story.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Oh, and Sunday is Mother's Day.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't forget.
And Chinese Rocket Land's Day.
No, that's right. That's right.
Big day.
Forget about some of your troubles, though. Most of the moms, I think, know that I love Built Bars. And that works out really well considering Mother's Day is coming up. Just solve the problem for you of what to get mom or the moms in your life
That's a great
for Mother's
idea.
Day. And you're welcome.
Here, Mom.
Built Bar is a revolution in the world of protein bars because what's the big complaint on a protein bar? Well, it tastes like chalk.
Yeah.
And it tastes like chemicals. I mean, it leaves an aftertaste that, you just toured a Dow chemical plant. And you sort of did.
With your mouth open.
Yes. Yes. Now, Built Bars are really high in protein and fiber. They're low in calories and carbs. And I mean 3 to 5 net carbs. That's it. So they're even great if you're doing like a keto diet or does anybody do Atkins anymore? And here's the best part. It tastes amazing. It tastes just like a candy bar. They're so good. And no icky aftertaste, none of that stuff. Built Bars, they come in a variety of flavors, and all of them are amazing. Cookies and cream, caramel brownie, raspberry. Sign me up. Of course, I've already been signed up. So if you're resolved to lose weight and get fit, don't give up on your resolution. This can help curb that hunger that comes on every day, in the early afternoon.
Like when you're awake?
Yes. Well, yes. It's in the early afternoon. Well, and sometimes early in the morning for me, and then mid-morning. And then kind of in the late morning, going into the early afternoon, mid-afternoonish. Like all day. Just whenever.
My boy.
Go to BuiltBar.com. Use the promo code PAT15 to save 15% off your first order. Use the promo code PAT15 for 15% off at BuiltBar.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Some tweets here from Rowdy Introvert. As a kid, I remember my uncle ending all his home videos with the declaration that he was recording 480i.
Camera, and I want you to know that 4K. Thanks.
4K. All right, 4K. Well, this guy was 480i.
Yeah, put that in
okay.
your pipe, right?
Yeah. Deal with that fuzzy, blurry picture.
Remember the old ones? VHS.
Yeah.
8mm.
I don't know why you'd say that, but you could have, I guess. Rants out loud. I'm thoroughly amazed at how we've transitioned from making accommodations for those with autoimmune disorders and physical disabilities to throwing it all out the window, including privacy, over a virus with a 99.99% survival rate.
I know.
So true.
We were a society itching for a crisis.
Mm-hmm. Pat and Keith made me do it tweets. Common sense. I do not think that word means what you...
keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Get off my lawn tweets. Come on, Keith. The science is settled. COVID is airborne, and airplanes fly in the air.
Thank you. That's what I was saying. It's an airplane.
Jeffy's
And
point.
this tweet from Justin Amash. You know him. You love him.
The Justin Amash?
The Justin Amash.
Congressman Justin
Blue
Amash.
check. Justin Amash on Twitter. He is his tweet from the other afternoon. Thanks so much to AOC for speaking with my students at the University of Chicago
You got to
Politics.
be kidding me.
She graciously answered every question and went into overtime with them. Libertarians and progressives can be great allies in the causes of decentralization and better governance.
Oh, no!
So there's
Go back to the
that.
tweet.
There's that.
That's an amazing... Libertarians, okay? People who want as little government as possible.
Right, thank you.
And progressives read socialists, Marxists, communists.
Want as much government
Want as
involvement.
much
Yeah.
government as you can possibly do and more. How can they be great allies in the cause of decentralization? Progressives are all about centralized government.
They are better for better governance. Their governance.
That's unbelievable.
We need to check on who's
What a
running
weird tweet that
Justin's
is.
account.
Yeah.
Did somebody hack his account? That is not the tweet of a libertarian right there.
Not at all.
Oh, no.
And he invited her to speak? I mean, look, I want to get along with everybody, too. But come on now. Come on. And politics makes strange bedfellows, Pat. Haven't you ever heard that?
Friends.
You ever heard that expression?
Reach across the aisle.
No. Because too many of these people are so radical, so extreme, you can't deal with them on a reasonable basis, and she's definitely one of those.
You certainly don't give him a platform.
No.
Come on.
God, golly.
That was an irresponsible
and she
tweet.
is, I know she has a college degree.
But she's butt stupid, and we all know
she
it.
She isn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Smart?
Right. She isn't smart. She isn't intelligent. She's not wise.
No, not in my...
like whatever, and like or whatever, like just like.
Thank you.
And just like, I'm a buffoon.
No, you just pay for it.
I mean, not the best ambassador for Boston University.
Maybe not. No, maybe not. She's a great ambassador, though, for Planned Parenthood. She went on some rant yesterday. Hang on, because you're going to need to hold on to something because you're...
it's going to get ugly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to get ugly.
Oh.
First and foremost, I don't want to hear a single person on this committee or outside of this committee
so she's speaking to a committee.
About valuing life when they continue to uphold the death penalty, when they continue to support policies that disproportionately incarcerate and lead to the deaths of Black men and people throughout this country, and uphold an absolutely unjust medical system that exists for profit that allows people to die because they can't afford to live.
Pause it for a second. Oh my God. Wait, are you talking about Obamacare? Because that's the system we currently have, is Obamacare. That's what you guys wanted.
The for-profit system.
Oh my gosh, that is unbelievable. There's so much there to talk about. It's hard to know where to begin. First of all, you don't want to hear from anybody on that committee or outside the committee. Who do you think you are? I don't give a rat's anus what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear. Does anybody care?
And what's the
no.
abortion and death penalty point she's making?
I love this because can you imagine the huge difference between a convicted rapist murderer, let's say, because that's the type of person that would receive the death penalty.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
You're being punished now for the worst crimes that mankind can commit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Little bit of a difference between that person and an innocent baby
who
hasn't done anything.
We don't know the baby's past, Pat. In fairness to the Congresswoman.
Well, what it did in the womb?
Right.
Yeah,
we don't know.
You're right.
Was it?
Wow.
What has it done?
Mm-hmm.
But seriously,
she's not done there.
Yeah,
no, I know.
But they're
I know.
the side that would spare the life of the murderous rapist guy.
Yes.
And terminate the life of the innocent baby.
Exactly.
So shut up, AOC.
Flip it around. You flip that around, Ms. Genius. I don't want to hear from anybody who's opposed to a rapist murderer receiving the death penalty, but you're in favor of killing innocent babies. That's what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from anybody like that. But we have to every single day.
We do.
Nobody cares what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear because they're going to do it anyway. Wow, she is so butt stupid. It's just all encompassing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But stupid.
She goes further, of course.
In addition to that, if we want to talk about Planned Parenthood, let's talk about how many lives Planned Parenthood has saved.
Oh my!
And how many babies have been born because of the prenatal care provided by Planned Parenthood.
How many?
And if you don't believe it, and if you've never met a Planned Parenthood baby, I'm happy to let you know that I am one.
Yeah.
And that my mother received and relied on prenatal care from Planned Parenthood when she was pregnant with me.
Okay, I can't take any more. I can't take another moment.
I would love to know the actual truth behind that.
Okay. Would you like to hear the actual truth behind that? Because Planned Parenthood doesn't give prenatal care.
No.
No, that's what they do.
Something like 95 to 98% of their facilities don't do prenatal care.
They send you to other places.
Anybody remember this particular piece of what's audio now? This piece of audio, I think this was from Live Action initially.
I don't want to hear a single person.
No, that wasn't. Live Action wouldn't be. Listen to this.
Okay. Thank you for calling Planned Parenthood. My name's How can I assist you today?
Hi, I was hoping to make an appointment for prenatal care.
Oh, yeah.
For what type of service?
Prenatal care, pregnancy care.
We don't have prenatal care here. Planned Parenthood offers abortion, so they don't offer prenatal care.
I see.
Okay, just abortions.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no. We wouldn't provide any type of prenatal services here at Planned Parenthood. We're not a prenatal care provider. No, Planned Parenthood does prenatal care. We don't offer prenatal care at Planned Parenthood. We specialize in abortions. You know, that's what our ultrasounds are for. To see how far along the patient is.
So we can kill it.
Birth control, things like that, termination. We check for STI, but we don't do prenatal.
We tell you you're pregnant, and we also let Planned Parenthood do the abortions.
Okay.
So we don't do any prenatal services here.
Prenatal.
No, we don't do prenatal services. I mean, it's called Planned Parenthood. I know it's kind of deceiving.
Do you have OBGYNs here?
We do not, no.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which is a deceptive name, right? I think the same thing.
Or, if you were looking at termination options, we can do that as well.
Did you know that Planned Parenthood can take care of all your reproductive health needs?
No.
Whether it's an annual exam, pregnancy testing and counseling, prenatal care, we are here for you with high quality, low cost services.
Thank you for holding. This is. How can I help you?
Hi. I was wondering if you guys offer prenatal care.
No, we don't. Not at the moment. Neither our Hampton or Richmond office does. We don't offer any prenatal care.
Is there any other clinic you can refer me to?
I don't know of anything. I would look around on the internet.
You can try CareNet. I think they do prenatal care. CareNet? It's the first building on the strip here.
We only offer family planning services and abortion services.
Not at all at Planned Parenthood.
Okay, so not at any Planned Parenthood. They don't have prenatal
Correct.
care.
No, see, we don't see pregnant women as a way of giving prenatal care.
Okay.
We see pregnant women, if they are considering other options.
Like what other options? Like would you see the doctor for?
At this location?
Yes.
So at this location, you guys do medication abortion?
What pregnancy services do you offer? We only offer termination services.
We actually don't offer prenatal services. We're not licensed to do so in Oregon or Washington.
Do any of the Planned Parenthoods? No, we do not offer any prenatal care.
No, none of them. No, not at all. No, we don't offer prenatal. We offer postnatal care. You know, we'll tear that baby right out of your womb.
Well,
I'm sorry, that tissue. We'll tear that thing, whether it's a Buick or a bundle of broccoli.
Yeah.
Or a head of lettuce that might be in there. We'll tear that right out of your womb.
Did you catch that
right
one lady
out.
says we can have you come in, do an ultrasound to see how far along the patient is. How long the patient is? Don't you mean the baby? How far along it is?
You mean the separate body that's in the woman's body. The separate one with the separate DNA and the separate heartbeat and the separate brain. That one.
Obviously.
You're so picky.
I know.
That montage from live action obviously cherry-picked 21 examples that I counted listening.
Was it 21?
Yeah, that's what I counted. So it's just 21.
At the end of the video, they say they contacted 97 Planned Parenthoods. 5 did prenatal. Something prenatal.
Well,
but almost none of them do.
Right, which I believe that what their prenatal care is giving you flyers to go to other places.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's their prenatal care.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I mean...
Yeah, that's the kicker.
Yeah.
They offer that, right? If you want to go to
Yes.
Hampton, Virginia.
Yeah, they'll show you a map on how to.
Yeah.
No, what she said was neither do our Hampton.
Oh, neither do.
Roanoke.
Yeah. No, she said neither of them. Yeah.
Neither our Hampton nor our Roanoke or whatever it was do that. Yeah. So none of them did. There wasn't a single one that they contacted there. That they said at the end, I guess it was 5 out of 97. So it's just despicable, the lies that are told about Planned Parenthood by AOC and others. And
so AOC's mom must have driven past a Planned Parenthood when she was pregnant.
Maybe they showed her where she could get care for her baby.
I mean, it's
unbelievable.
I cannot.
It's seriously unbelievable.
Because I am one. Are you?
Just gotcha. Stop.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You supported Trump. And now, as a result of that, they're coming for you. You might not know it, but they are. The left will continue their campaign of censorship, of repression, of the cancel culture, just because of the things you do and say online or offline or whatever. Big tech and the far left have formed this unholy alliance to track and censor and spy on you. The CIA might not spy on you because they're too busy, changing diapers with one hand and comforting another child on the other hand. That's what the CIA does now. So they've turned over the spy thing to big tech. There's never been a more important time to protect your internet activity from bad actors. That's why I urge you to get ExpressVPN. Everything you search for, watch, or click online can be tracked and is tracked by big tech companies. They can then match your activity to your true identity using your device's unique IP address. So you really need this. You can use ExpressVPN on up to 5 devices simultaneously so your whole family can stay safe with a single subscription. It's really affordable. Defend your rights with a VPN I trust for online protection. Visit vpn.com/unleashed. That's ExpressVPN, EXPRESS, ExpressVPN.com/unleashed, and learn more. Got some tweets here from the deplorable Mr. Jackwagon. It's a whole scenario here. Attention passengers, this is your captain, Kruskin. Thank you for flying Southwest. Before we take off, we'd like to remove those of you that we know will be taking masks off during the flight. So, passenger at 10B and 21A, please disembark now. 7D will be shot because we know you're going to be doing something bad very soon. We know you have a choice in being kicked off airlines, and we thank you for being kicked off of Southwest.
That was a heck of a tweet.
Yeah, wasn't it, though?
Yeah. How many characters?
I mean, most of that was on the tweet. But yeah, it was probably 6,300 the way I did it, but it was. But they got it in somehow.
Got it in.
Comrade Snoobage, Mother's Day, Pat. How uninclusive of you. It's Birthing Person's Day.
That's the thing now. That's what they're calling
Thank
them.
you.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Oh, no. Excuse me? That is the thing. It goes back to that transgender
a man who becomes a woman can have a child, can birth a child.
Yeah, birthing person.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
That guy can have a child. I'm sorry, that woman can have a child.
Yeah, what world are you living in, Pat?
I don't know. I guess a fictitious one. A
No
fake
doubt.
one. I'm living in a fake world.
Oh, it's over.
Is that the fun?
Yeah,
chick?
that's the fun
Fun! Gropey Joe's Pudding Pants tweets.
Oh, no.
AOC makes yet another argument supporting the killing of unborn black males while railing against the killing of black males. Dumbest human ever. Another great point.
That is a great
There were too many great points in that to make all in one sitting. You can't do it. You can't do it. So thank you, Gropey
no
Joe's
doubt.
Pudding
That was
Pants.
awesome.
That was, jeez. I mean, I don't know. What do you say? What do you say about AOC?
I don't know.
She's absolutely one of the worst living human beings. She really is. She's despicable.
Just gut check.
Stop.
Still kind of hot, though.
You've got issues, man. Seriously. No, you need to reevaluate.
He likes the crazy eyes.
Yeah, he does. She's got crazy googly
Oh,
eyes,
my
too.
goodness.
She's got the just about to burst out of her head.
You could see her coming from a mile away, man.
I mean, he doesn't have to be looking at me.
Oh, man. Okay, shut up. Miss Carol tweets, based on the new CIA recruitment video, I think it's time to stop calling Pat Mr. Gadfly.
Yeah.
General
Anxiety
disorder. Right.
Fly.
Gadfly. LOL.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you typed LOL, were you actually laughing out loud? Because I find most people are not.
They're not LOL.
LOL. No, they're not LOL.
They're not LOLing when they're
So wait.
LOL.
No, they're not.
If I type blah ha 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 ha,
You're not really
I'm
doing
not
that. You're not really doing that.
Uh-huh. You're
So,
right. That's good.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop.
How about ha ha?
I do. No,
Am I
because you're
doing
not going.
ha-ha?
You're not doing that.
Am I actually winking and sticking my tongue out?
No, what you're doing is this.
No. Wonder what that would look like as a tweet.
So bad.
That right there. Just ha ha ha.
Somebody's going to show us. You know they are. You know
Or a-
someone's going to show us soon.
You could find a gif of a witch as well to make that point.
Yeah. You could.
You could.
I don't know what you're saying there, really.
That both of those ladies you played are witches.
Whoa! I didn't see that coming at all.
Did you need me to spell it
really?
out?
Is that what you're...
That
was what you were saying?
Yeah,
no, I didn't get that from
I'm
what you
sorry
were...
that I wasn't clear.
No, you weren't.
That you just played audio. Like we have audio of two witches, and you have it in your system there.
No, that one of them's Kamala Harris, the other's Hillary Clinton.
No, I didn't
You
know
thought that was... No, those are not...
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
okay, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Wow.
Now my point is even stronger.
No.
Wait, what?
No.
So let's use brain cells before we post things on the internet.
Thanks. Vogue has run an article. We've been hanging on to this for a while,
about
but
a week.
they ran an article asking if having babies, birthing persons, birthing out babies,
Or broccoli.
That's pure environmental vandalism.
Really?
Yeah. And the great thing about this article in British Vogue was that the person who wrote it is a mother, has children, has birthed out like 3 children or
Don't
something.
they always, man?
I mean,
they're
it's
such
so
hypocrites.
asinine, hypocrisy.
While gestating my son, what? And probably every day since?
Ever since I gave birth to my son, I've wanted to kill him.
No, I don't think that's what it says.
That's not what it says. But
I've wondered
Am I
whether
reading that
having
wrong?
children is in itself an ecologically sound or unsound decision. Wow, you got issues.
Seriously. What was the statistic about liberal women?
56%.
How many of them?
56% of young liberal women have a diagnosable mental illness.
disorder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and we see proof of it.
Well, I mean,
every day,
every day. CIA promo.
Yes,
or in sitting congresswoman from the Bronx.
Thank you.
Oof. A writer for Vogue asked in a column published if having a baby nowadays is pure environmental vandalism, and pondered if it's even possible to live an ecologically responsible life while adding yet another person to our outstretched planet. Our planet's not outstretched.
Yeah, there's too many people.
Every living human being on this planet, 7.5 billion people, could fit on the island of Maui. All of them we can put on Maui. Tell me we're outstretched. Shut up. Also this Mother's Day, there's some cookie place called
really?
Keksi. Yeah, I guess it means cookie in some other language.
Do I have to drive somewhere special to get it?
Finnish, that's what it is.
You got to drive to Finland to get Keksi cookies.
No, I guess they're based in Texas, and if you go to keksi.com and check out their cookies there,
I'm confused.
And they look delicious because they are, from what I understand, then you can place an order.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it might not be there by Mother's Day, but you'll save 15% right now at keksi.com.
Oh, that's fun.
Is what I've heard. Like if you wanted to take advantage of a Mother's Day special.
Unconfirmed, though.
Unconfirmed, but you could try it out, see what happens. I don't know. And have some good cookies.
But I mean, now it's not going to be there for Mother's Day. So
No, because there's a little bit of a time crunch now. But you do save the 15%. Right now, at keksi.com is where I've heard that happens. So anyway, yeah.
I mean, now if you were in the area,
just FYI,
if I'm in the area,
LOL. Yes.
If I go to the
if you're in the area,
if I go to the website and let's say I'm in the greater, the DFW, I'm in DFW.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually
you could stop by where they make the cookies
prior to Mother's Day.
Yeah, I've heard they put aside a little area where they'll sell them right there. If you want.
What about the fathers?
Well, that's kind of cool.
We just got a call from.
We get a call from
what's his name? Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
What about the fathers? Why aren't you doing fathers? Talking about mothers all the time. What about the fathers?
Right? So good.
So maybe around, I don't know, June-ish. We'll talk about the fathers.
What a random
just
point on the calendar.
Picking a time out.
I will say this, though, and I'm going out on a limb here, but if you wanted to get some Keksi cookies right now,
yeah,
for Father's Day.
Wow, you could do that.
I'm not going to
I can pretty well guarantee they'll be there by Father's Day, too. So
June 20th.
Yeah.
Don't
June
forget the dads.
20th.
So June-ish.
Don't forget the dads.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So
there's that.
What's up?
There's that.
All I want is a Keksi cookie right now, to be honest with you.
You're going to have to settle for a donut because that's all we got in front of us, fat faces today. All right. We're talking about this environmental vandalism thing.
With the babies.
Yeah, with the babies.
Giving birth.
I mean, are these breeders causing environmental vandalism? The answer, of course, is yes. Let's not kid ourselves.
Thank
the answer
you.
is absolutely.
Thank you.
Resoundingly, yes.
Thank you.
So
that's why you really don't want prenatal care if you're pregnant.
Right. You just want the postnatal. You want everything to be postnatal because you want that ripped out of your body right away.
For the environment.
Whatever it is. A Buick, a clump of cotton. I don't know what's in there. I don't know.
Whatever it is.
An anvil. Could you give birth to an anvil? Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, you
I
could.
do not want
it would
to
hurt.
be in the delivery room for that event.
Not even when it's a baby anvil. And then it grows into a bigger anvil later on.
You don't want that.
I still don't want it.
Want that. No.
I don't want it.
No.
Pathead was using a website and got this.
Oh,
little message.
Male and female options there?
For the time being, we are limited to... We don't know what... Oh, okay. This is the one that somebody gave to us. Yeah, okay. And they don't want to disclose which website it is.
Right.
That's why
they must work for the company.
Must be a Jeffy site. That's what I'm smelling.
Yeah, but they're being a little bit coy here. For the time being, though, this website says we're limited to these two options. You can either do male or female. Damn it.
What?
Those are the two options you're going to go?
I love this.
At least they're apologizing.
What?
For it.
I love how
It's ma'am. It is ma'am.
getting out in front of this. Please don't cancel us. Please, 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 please.
I love we recognize that identities are more diverse and are actively exploring ways to fully reflect everyone's experiences.
Wow.
And you can't do that with just male and female.
You could just give them another box, though, right? You go male, female, LGBTQ plus I, A, B, and just make that a box.
Don't put me in a box. Don't do that. I need a page. I want somebody to do this. I need your page to have 150 options. And it's just like male, female, LGBT, all the problems.
They're still starting off with male and female, though, the first two.
You're right. They should make it all alphabetical.
Don't box me, bro. Don't box me in like that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's see. Where's the horse option on here? I mean, I want everything represented. Hello. Well, that worked out nicely.
Nobody told you to turn around.
Okay. A newly discovered species of ant has been given a name that is gender neutral.
Yes, thank you.
Apparently the first time.
Point of personal privilege.
Okay, go ahead.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Well, no, that's the whole point. We're not. It's gender.
We're worried about
gender neutral.
Stretching the earth. That lady that was worried about giving birth to kids, stretching, having so many people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
We find new stuff.
All the time.
All the time.
Like these ants. A-N-T-S, not A-U-N.
From Ecuador.
From the evergreen tropical forests of Ecuador. Possibly the only species in the world who don't have a gendered name. Hundreds of ants have been named in honor of people, but the names end with A-E to recognize females and I to recognize males.
Right. That's the way they name them, right? So you get if I find one, it'd be Jeffy, and then if it was a male ant or female, it would be with the AE or the I. And they decided that in today's world, we need to make that.
They're not naming an ant after you.
No, they're not naming.
I mean, they might name some animals after you, but not an ant.
So the guy that found it. The doctor, because the ant is the species, I think, is a brood X or a brood 10 species of ant.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor who was naming it decided had one rock star. What group was it that helped him name it? His friend was the rock star's friend.
Okay, hold on.
Was a guy who was a friend with Andy Warhol, this Ayers guy. Okay. And he was a gay character and one of Warhol's characters. And so they named the ant Ayers after him.
Mm-hmm.
They. They. So that it was...
Michael Stipe?
Yes.
Okay. R.E.M.?
R.E.M.? Yeah, from R.E.M. Huh. And he was a friend of that Ayers, the Warhol's buddy.
Okay.
And so they named the ant Ayers They.
It's good to see Michael Stipe's got nothing better to do.
I was wondering, what are you... Make some music, man. Sing a song.
It's been a while. When was the last REM hit?
He's got doctors calling him up about the names of ants.
And so Michael, because he can't come up with lyrics and music anymore, he's like, you know what I think I'll do is start coming up with names, like non-gender specific names for insects. That's what I think I'll do. Make really good.
Make your millions, retire, disband, and then go into insect naming.
Man,
I mean, that's a normal career arc.
Here's what Michael Stipe could do. He could stand in the place where he lives.
What?
And now face north. What if he did that?
Wow.
Think about direction. Wonder how... I forget because it's been 40 years since I've heard this stupid song because nobody plays REM anymore.
No, they do not.
I mean, that's great. I mean, it does start with an earthquake, right? Birds and snakes.
Starts with an earthquake.
And airplanes.
Yes. And then...
Eye of a hurricane, maybe?
Yeah.
Listen to yourself churn.
Mm-hmm.
World serves its own needs. I could do this all day.
Yeah. But first, before we do the rest of REM's lyrics, let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. Because if you're selling your home, man, you need an ally, and these are great allies to have. They know what people are looking for in the market because they deal with them every day. This is what they do. It's their life. It's what they do for a living, and they do it really well. And this is Glenn's company, so he's had his people really fully vet these guys and girls, ladies, women, and gentlemen. And I'm sorry.
Point of personal privilege.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
All right, this is how they live.
Thank you.
Okay. And so they know what they're doing. They really do. And if you would like that kind of advice and that kind of person to see you through this process, somebody who's a fan of the show and has a lot in common with you, go to Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name really says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray.
All right. Then we got this liberal person. I don't want to identify, a gender, of course.
Thank you.
Let's stay gender neutral. But she's got an abortion analogy.
Oh, this is fun.
Like AOC, you just can't escape this logic. Here she is.
Hey, Republicans, don't think of it as an abortion. Think of it as the fetus being in my womb illegally, so I just deported it. If it wanted to stay, it should have went through and did the process the right way when I planned for it.
Oh, my gosh. That is just, what? She's thinking, here's a good point. And I'm going to whisper it.
Hit record.
Here's a really good point. The fetus is in my womb illegally, even though I was okay putting it there because I had the act that did it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that she's ever had the opportunity to put that theory to the test.
I'm going to guess no. But she's heard that there are people who agree to have sex, and then this happens.
She's heard about this thing.
She's heard about this thing called, sex. And so she knows that a baby can result from that. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And that's
so weird.
Akin to illegal immigration. Just such idiocy. I can't.
Yeah, well,
at least they're showing themselves, though. I mean, that's good. That's what the internet. One thing the internet has brought us is
mental instability on display.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. It does show how crazy they are. It does show what a cult they are.
Yeah,
and it does show how extreme they are, which leads me to this MSNBC clip. Do we have that on video or
MSNBC?
Just do? Yeah, MSNBC has this guest on, and it is agonizing. Listen to this.
It's really something hearing those comments from President George W. Bush. I've been thinking to myself this whole time.
And this is about, I believe they're talking immigration here, which is just like the abortion thing, obviously, because that's what she just told us.
Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, the Taliban.
Yeah.
The people who wanted to do harm to our nation and to our way of life and our democracy, they got nothing.
We don't have a democracy for the love of all that is good, right, and holy. This is a republic. Democracies are majority rule. And in that eventuality, none of you people would be able to speak because we'd just shut you up. Okay, that's what democracies do, and that's why they don't work, and that's why this isn't one.
On what this Republican Party is doing. The idea that a member of their party, of their leadership, whose last name is Cheney, could be purged from their leadership for telling the truth about January 6th, for telling the truth about a violent insurrection that claimed the lives of among them, a Capitol Police officer.
Perpetuating the lie again.
They'd never let that go.
About the Capitol Police officer who did not, by the way, unequivocally, and now it's been proven through the autopsy, did not die at the hands of that mob. He was not killed by that mob. He died of 2 strokes. He had 2 strokes. Nobody gave it to him. That's what happened.
They tried to reach that conclusion that the strokes were caused.
They tried desperately.
They sure have, and they still have. Or they still are, actually. Now, good luck.
I don't think I've ever sneezed on the air before. That was weird.
Well, bless you.
This guy, I'm allergic to this freaking guy.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the problem. I do have an allergy now. I just developed
Like an MSNBC allergy?
Yes, it's this guy specifically.
I'd like to tell you and encourage you that it's only seasonal, but no, that stuff lasts all year long.
Kurt Bardella could happen at any season.
The fact that people like Cheney won't support the great lie that this election was rigged or there was voter fraud, that anti-democratic...
I did it again.
Whoa,
I'm really allergic to this guy.
Bro,
right?
Bro, here.
No, thank you.
Take some Kleenex here. That might help.
Forces are hijacking this party, purging one of the members who won't abide by the party line. That is so detrimental and dangerous. We are a two-party system in this country. That's how it was built, for better or worse. When one of those two parties becomes this radicalized,
I don't. Did I say
the
something?
core of the party's ideology is anti-democratic.
This is unbelievable. Okay, I can't take it. He just talks about how radical the GOP is. Really, dude? Really? Have you met yourself and those like you? These are the most radical, out-of-control extremists in the history of the world. And we've talked about it a lot. They're very cult-like, and they're incredibly dangerous. And they're all about abortion, right up to and including partial birth abortion, which is the most heinous act maybe mankind has ever done.
I mean, we're close to having them make the legitimate argument of, well, yeah, it was born, but yeah, we need to go ahead and get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, up with 1 year maybe. I mean, we're close to making that argument legitimately.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, sure, they were already born, but
clearly.
Yeah, we just missed our window.
I think it'll go 2 years, Jeffy. I think after birth, 2 years. That's what Singer, Peter Singer.
It was 2 years.
Pete Singer, I believe, was 2 years until you're sentient.
Okay, right.
And you can somewhat take care of yourself.
And that was shocking.
2 years. That was shocking.
20
then,
years.
right?
Let's compromise a year.
Look where we've come since then.
Compromise
into a year. All right. You can kill them after a year.
Yeah.
I mean, abort
up
them.
to a year.
Abort them.
Up to a year.
It's just post-birth abortion. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
And to be clear, it's still shocking for those of us right-thinking Americans to hear that. But I want to see poll numbers on the left. How long should you be allowed to terminate the life of a child? I would love to see those numbers.
Yeah, I would too.
Terrifying.
I would too. But we have come so far so fast on abortion, on climate change, on class warfare, on all of these things these radical extremists are doing. And then they continue to say it's the right who's radical.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. There's a Texas city, it's Lubbock, Texas, that has become a sanctuary city for the unborn. How cool is that? In the midst of all this madness, we've got this little ray of hope. And, of course, the ACLU has already jumped in the middle of it and said that they're suing.
Of course.
They're suing Lubbock and trying to get it to stop.
Lubbock isn't the only city that's done this.
Yeah,
now,
I was
right?
surprised that a couple dozen in Texas. This is just maybe the biggest one, or
amazing.
Right? Yeah, I mean it's starting to take hold a little bit, right? So they're going to have to fight it quickly.
So sanctuary cities for babies.
That's amazing.
It wouldn't surprise me Texas needs to just make Texas sanctuary.
Right. Yeah.
Get over
right.
it.
Well, I mean, that might happen if DeSantis does that in Florida, then Abbott will follow suit.
That's 100% right, man.
He is.
100%.
Leads from behind.
And the thing is, it's not like the city council just got together and decided.
Mm-hmm.
They put this to the vote of the citizens of Lubbock. And it didn't pass 51-49. It's 62-38. 62-38. They're the largest Texas city to pass such a measure. Yes.
That's too small a percentage anyway. But
it is.
Okay.
But, with the job the Democrats have done on abortion, I applaud this. That gives you great hope.
Mm-hmm.
And great hope there.
Yeah. You got more to say on Lubbock. Sorry.
Its passage comes about a year after Planned Parenthood opened a clinic in the city, spurring many anti-abortion members of the community to band together to push back. This just doesn't seem to happen that much anymore.
No, it doesn't.
No, so it's a feel-good story
No,
for
it
real.
Really feel-good.
But what I was going to say is you talk about voting percentages. May 1st was a big day for elections in Texas and in South Lake. All of the candidates who were against critical race theory won big in South Lake here nearby.
Yeah.
Both on the school board, the city council, and the mayor. And so it was good to see.
They were all anti-critical
race theory, this insanity that is trying to take over a great suburb here in Dallas, South Lake. So, and more good news is this judge basically speaking the same. I don't know where this was, but yeah.
It's great because somebody tries to take over the court hearing, with just some absolute bull crap.
Yeah, it's his attorney trying to
so an attorney's trying to get his guy
right?
off, and he invokes this BS argument. The judge ain't having it.
That's what they get paid for.
And of course, Jeffy's fine with it.
That's what they get paid for.
Because shots are being fired.
Right. And he's got
in light of what's happening in
got it.
Your Honor, in light of what's happening in this country, with unarmed black men being killed by police,
don't hand me that. Don't hand me that. Don't even go down that road. I'm not going to let you go down that road. That is so off base. We've got a young man. I don't care what color he is. He's in a neighborhood he doesn't live in at 1:41 in the morning, hiding on under somebody's dock in the water with a holster on after a police officer had a shot taken at him. Don't hand me this. He's a black man running from police brutality. Look. That is not appropriate in this case. That's not there. I'm not going to let you poison this case with bringing in something that has nothing to do with it. Your bond's $100,000 on count 3 and $100,000 on count 4. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Get out.
Have a nice day.
Get out. Nice.
Have a nice day.
Okay, that's the feel-good video.
That's good.
It feels right now like a lifetime.
Sure does.
I love how the judge emphasized his point. $100,000, and then he turns the page over. Net. Let's go.
So great. Wow, I'd love to know where that was.
I think we'll probably find out when BLM surrounds his house.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They will. And they will.
Yes, they will.
And they will.
But for now, feel good story. Yes. Yeah. Good video. Thank you, sir.
All right. And of course, the only way you're going to continue to feel good is if you get the vaccination.
Thank you.
Because
are you still on the fence, or are you on the other side?
I'm still on the fence.
Yeah, me too.
I was near a grocery store where they're doing it yesterday again, and I thought, I could get it. I'm just not going to.
What brand of fun were they injecting?
I don't know. They just said vaccines available here. Walk in. I think they'd do it for anybody.
Yeah, now it's anybody, and it's pretty much you can walk in. And they said that they're so overstocked. That's what I was looking for. That the places are they're not going to get it sent to them automatically now here in Texas. When you need it, you order it. So
and they've got so much that they'll give you 3 or 4 shots if you love it.
Whatever.
So why don't you marry it? Why don't you freaking marry the vaccine? You'll love it so much.
I'm a little concerned because I have a couple of actual doctor appointments next week.
Yeah,
and I have a feeling that those appointments are going to be pushing the vaccine as part of the appointment.
And what are you going to do?
I bet,
At this point, is it depending on what kind of mood you're in that day?
Yeah, I guess, if he walks it in.
Oh, that's a good life decision. Yeah, whatever the doctor wants.
If he walks it in.
If he walks it in and has the vaccine in hand, you'll say, yeah, jab me.
Go ahead.
And then you'll be laying on the floor dead.
I've already told you.
30 seconds later.
I have already told you, don't get the vaccine till after I'm back from my trip in June. That's when you can get it, Jeffy. I need you to fill in.
Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy likes the vaccine. Or guy, girl, I don't know.
Person.
Dressed up
thank you.
Individual is a vaccine card and Band-Aids.
That's like Dan's getting ready for parade. I love those.
That's a good look.
Thank you.
For anybody but him.
He's got the vaccine needle thing on his head. It's really adorable. That's a good look, man. That's a good look. All right, have a great weekend.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, don't have
fill up your bathtubs.
Have a weekend.
But you're right, Jeffy. Fill up your bathtubs,
man.
The Chinese rocket could
That's coming.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.